First of all, we want to know, do we know for certain at this point what killed Navalny?
We do not. The official version that Navalny died from the sudden death. What we have seen based on the Russian government reports is that the clot broke off and that's what caused his death, but there is also important to say that Russia denied an independent autopsy of Navalny.
Now, we know that Yulia has said she's going to continue the work that her late husband was doing. Can she fill the gap that her husband left, and as a fierce critic of President Vladimir Putin?
Technically, she could. The problem is that with the Russian opposition, what we have seen, it is being divided. So they have not come up with something in common. And let's not forget that despite Ms. Tikhanovskaya in Belarus, who was one of the presidential candidates, unfortunately, Ms. Navalnaya, at this moment, she does not have any legitimacy within Russia. She is a widow of Alexei Navalny, but some of the experts are saying that she's supposed to take his flag and keep carrying on.
Where is she now? Is she still in Germany? She's still in Russia? Where is she?
What we have seen, she has been traveling to get her husband's body, and we will see how this whole situation develops and unfolds.
You mentioned that Russia's opposition is kind of divided, but the ones that are still really known to be in the opposition, what kind of strategy do they have to continue fighting for a free and democratic Russia?
Unfortunately, it is hard to say because some of the Russian opposition leaders are being jailed, like Vladimir Kara-Murza or Mr. Yashin, and another one are being outcasted to the West, the United States or Europe. And let's not forget that it is that the Russian government cracked down on the opposition leaders and general on opposition moves. And one of the proofs is that you can't even go and put flowers to commemorate Navalny's death because you will be arrested or you will be beaten or you will be sentenced to like 15 days in the prison.
Generally, how do Russians view Vladimir Putin?
Generally speaking, right, it looks like the Russians do like Vladimir Putin. There is a very small amount of Russians, what we have seen, opposing. And the grounds to say that is how the Russians are perceiving the war in Ukraine. And that they still going to fight against Ukraine. And unfortunately, that's what we see.
And what is that view of the war in Ukraine? Are they for it? Are they against it? Are they divided about it? What's their position?
Generally speaking, the Russian society is being divided. The people who were against the war, they left Russia in mass. We saw it. And unfortunately, some of the Russians are still supporting Putin and his unprovoked and unjust war against Ukraine.